Hi, I'm Carly Smelko and I'm the Special Events Officer at Upper Canada Village. I oversee Pumpkinferno, which is our annual fall event that originated in 2012, and it was the first of its kind in Canada. We're here at Pumpkinferno headquarters, where our talented group of artists are working for months at a time to create the beautiful displays that you'll see at Pumpkinferno. And today I'm going to take you through the production process of Pumpkinferno, where you'll see carvings being done and live demonstrations of how to carve a pumpkin. Now let's carve a pumpkin together so you can be part of the magic of Pumpkinferno too. So first you'll need a pumpkin. Here at Pumpkinferno we use artificial pumpkins, and that's so that they can last the entire duration of the event. You could feel free to use a real pumpkin, it's up to you. Next, grab your stencil and you're going to attach it to the pumpkin. I'm going to use pins today, but you could use tape, you could use tack, whatever you want. Next, you're going to take your pin and you're going to outline the design by poking holes into the paper and making sure to touch through all the way to the pumpkin. And you're just going to outline all the way down the design until you're done. Once you're all done poking all the holes, you're going to remove the stencil and connect the dots. Don't forget to keep your stencil nearby because you'll need to reference it in case it's hard to tell from the pumpkin and the dots what it's supposed to look like. So once you're done tracing, you should have an outline that looks something like your template, and now it's time to start carving. So here at Pumpkinferno, we use a variety of techniques to create our designs. So here we have what we call knockout, where we carve all the way through the pumpkin to create the brightest light. In this pumpkin, you can see it's a little bit more subtle, and this is where we used our half relief technique. This is where we sand down the pumpkin about halfway through the pumpkin to create a nice subtle glow. This allows us to create dimension where we can leave some of the skin of the pumpkin to have the darkest area, we have the medium area, and then the brightest area. So on some of your templates you might have something like this where you can see the black is the skin, the white is all the way knockout, and then the orange is what we would call half relief and just sanded down halfway through the pumpkin. In this owl design that we already traced, you can see it's all white, which means we're gonna have the knife and carve it out all the way through the pumpkin, which we call knockout. To do this, we're going to mark an X on the areas that we traced that need to be bumped out. So that'll be our next step in the production. To achieve these effects, we use a variety of tools. You probably have a lot of them in your house. You might have a knife, you might have a spoon, you might have a screwdriver. So for instance, on a pumpkin that you might just be using knockout, I recommend a serrated blade. So you'll find that in your kitchen, or you can find that at a craft store. To get this sanded down effect, the half relief we call it, we could use chisels, we can use spoons, but here at Pumpkinferno, we actually like to use a rotary tool, which you can get at your local hardware store. So this basically is a power tool that helps you sand down the pumpkin a lot quicker and a lot easier. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to carve a pumpkin with a knife. So now I'm going to grab my original template and start carving. So the trick is to make sure that you're focusing on areas that would be the most fragile. So I usually start in the center where there would not be a lot of support if you start on the outside. So we're going to start by digging the knife into the pumpkin and basically just go slow and steady and making sure that you're utilizing that serrated edge because it'll really help you as opposed to dragging it across. Make sure you're going up and down to get that serrated benefit. Though a knife is great, let's take a look at what we do here at Pumpkin Furno. Once your carving is complete, it's time to light it up. So first you need to cut a hole somewhere in your pumpkin. Today I cut it out of the bottom, but you can cut it out of the top or the back or the side, whichever you prefer. Now being that this is an artificial pumpkin, for safety reasons we're going to use an artificial light to light it up. So we have the option of using a battery operated tea light for a little subtle glow, or you can do what Pumpkin Furno does and get a Christmas light with an LED bulb which brightens up your design even more. Now it's time to show off your hard work, and we hope that you'll come to our event, Pumpkin Furno, to see everything we've been working on all year.